What's up, guys? In this video, I'm going to be teaching you guys how to sell a fragrance, um, sell or trade a fragrance. So obviously, most likely it's going to be a used fragrance. I'm going to go ahead and use Creed Royal Mayfair as an example, just because I put this one up for sale recently, actually, but then I kept on like trying to deter people onto different ones that I had for sale instead of this one. So I just decided to take it off the market just because I honestly didn't want to sell it. I thought I couldn't get past the opening, and it seems like I have. So, anyways, besides that, I'll go ahead and show you guys, like, if I was going to sell this fragrance, what would I do? So the first thing I would do is know how much you bought it for, or just know the current price, the cheapest price that you'll find it online. This fragrance, the cheapest I found it online today was $175 on Joma Shop. And it's on a 4th of July sale. So just know this is what the market is for the fragrance right now. It's $175 brand new for this exact same bottle and presentation. So I can't compete with Joma Shop because this is a used fragrance. So normally what I do, I deducted $10 right away. Sometimes it's $5. Most of the time I deducted $10 right away, even though this fragrance is at about 98% full. So, me saying 98% full. So if you just know what a full bottle looks like, you know how many wearings you've had. I've had maybe like 2 wearings and I don't really spray that much. So I know that I haven't used that much juice. Could it be 97%? Maybe. Could it be 96%? Maybe. I don't think so, but I mean, it's just a close estimate, or as close as you think. Honestly, just try to be honest. Credibility, and just being, as long as you're being very truthful, this level stuff, or like how much is left in the fragrance, people will be grateful for it. Honestly, the more honest you are, the better. So let's make a listing. If I was going to make a listing of this fragrance, because I do have the box still, I would take a picture, somewhat like this, but like on a desk or something. That way people could see I had the full box, or like have the full presentation. Next, I'll take a picture of the level of the fragrance. So let's say like the back side, because it's easier to see. Then you can see how much is left in the fragrance. And lastly, because this is a Creed, and if batch numbers are important to this fragrance, I might go ahead and put the batch code as well. So Creed, I'll probably go ahead and take a picture of both, just because the box has the batch code, so as the fragrance as well. Then, how I would put the caption on the fragrance. I'll go ahead and put for sale this amount, so $165, because I knocked $10 off. Creed's Royal Mayfair. It's a 2000. Well, I've done research on this batch. It's a 2016 batch. So I'll put 2016 batch, and then put the batch number. I'll put the juice level, so 98%. And then at the end, I'll put dash and the price. So I'll put dash 165. So, I normally just do $10 off, and I pay for shipping. I normally use Pirate Ship. It's a free service, and it gets you discounted rates on UPS and USPS. But if you want them to pay for shipping, you could do the $10 and let them know that they have to cover shipping. So I would say, like, just put on the bottom, add $5 for shipping. So now that we have the pictures, we have the description or the caption of the picture, I'll go ahead and post it and see what the market is. So the market for Royal Mayfair is not too high. There's a lot of haters on this fragrance online. It's, let's say, if you check any Creed top 10 list, top whatever list, this is normally going to end up at the bottom. Very, very rarely it'll be number 1. If anyone has it as number 1. just because it's a pretty polarizing cream. But let's say I bought this bottle at $175. I would be comfortable with selling this fragrance at $155. Let's say $155, and that's kind of like, if it's been a while, I'm not moving or I'm not getting anything, that's what I'll just sell it for. So just know the floor of what you're willing to sell it for. That's pretty much what the floor means. That's just like, you know, if someone hits you with an offer for that much, you'll take it, right? You don't have to tell them. That's just conveniently what they offer. That's how, you know, just take it. So after 2 days, let's say I'm not really getting anything, I'll drop it from $165 to $160. So I would post it up again. I would post it up every day, but let's say like the 4th day, I'll post it up, put the new price, and on top, I'll put price update, and see where it goes from there. You could take different payment methods. You could take PayPal, Venmo, Zelle, Cash App. Pretty much however you and the buyer decide to send the money to each other, you can. A disclaimer would be, I believe Venmo and PayPal's goods and services, they do charge you. So let's say the seller or the buyer says they want to buy it through PayPal goods and services, there's like a 1.8% fee. I would tell them to pay that fee. So the fee is probably going to be for an $175 fragrance. Let's see, maybe like $3. Let's see, if it was 1.8. Let's see. 75. So yeah, about $2.30. So I'll make sure that they cover that. So on top of the 165, they put $2.27 or $2.30 on top of it just to cover the fee. Just because if that's how they feel comfortable doing it, you know, I want to make sure that I'm not getting charged for them. You know, I would say if you feel nice enough to do it, do it. I'm not that nice, just because I'm already selling you this bottle at a discounted price. So, let's say you didn't have full presentation, right? So let's say you didn't have the box at the bottom. You could probably just knock 10 off and just put no box. Some people really don't care about the box. If it's a tester, go with tester prices if it doesn't have a cap. So make sure you're doing this, but with the tester price. And that's pretty much it. Normally what I do, as soon as I get the payment, I use that same money to buy the label. So like I said, I use Pirate Ship. And then I print out the label. I pretty much package it the same night. Pirate Ship, you do have to have your own box. You do have to print out your own label. You have to get the box ready before dropping it off to UPS or USPS. I find that priority shipping, let's say you're going to do it at the post office, it's kind of expensive. But be honest. Definitely honesty and just being trustworthy is going to help you out a ton. So be honest with the level of the fragrance. Let them know. Let's say you can't ship out tomorrow because you have a really busy day tomorrow. Let them know, hey, I can't ship out tomorrow. I'll be shipping out the next day. They really appreciate that. I tend to do it the next day. No matter what, I'm going to get to the post office and I'm going to send this fragrance. Doesn't take too long. Once I ship, UPS, FedEx, USPS, they all give you a receipt. If they don't have receipts, I'll take a picture of the package, letting them know I just dropped it off, and I leave it there. Normally a video, let's say I'm going to use that Dropbox thing. I record myself putting the fragrance or like the box in the thing, close it, open it, empty. That's what I tend to do. And letting them know, letting them see the label so they know that it's their actual package. So, now let's say you want to swap a fragrance. So you want to do a trade and you don't want any money for it. But let's say you know the value of this fragrance. So the value of this fragrance is about $170. You could equally trade it for another fragrance that's the same price, or 2 fragrances that are around the same price that you're interested in, or 1 fragrance plus cash, right? There's different scenarios. The value of their fragrance that they're offering you is completely up to you and them. If you don't think a Sauvage, let's say someone were to offer me Dior Sauvage for this, I'm not going to take it. This is a Creed. This is worth this much. You know, maybe I'll take an offer for a Sauvage Elixir, possibly add some cash. I might be interested in the offer. You know, I might do that deal. But let's say it's a fragrance you've been looking for a long time, and you're down to just give this fragrance for that 1 fragrance you've been, then that's up to you. That's completely up to you. But when you're doing a swap, definitely be careful, you know, with the person you're dealing with. So I normally use Facebook groups. So I normally use Fragrance Market is the group I'm in. So Fragrance Market, you're able to, you know, check to see if people are legit. You take a picture of your screenshot, their profile, post it up, ask if this person is legit. And some people will comment like, he's a good person, legit, I've done plenty of business with them, things like that. And that's how you know this person is actually trustworthy. They'll send you a fragrance and you'll be sending them a fragrance. If it's my first time, I prefer to just send them at the same time. If it's not my first time and I've dealt with them in the past, like I do with Neil, I've dealt with Neil in the past, I'll send it. I know he's going to try to send it as soon as he can. So, and vice versa. Some people aren't like that, but for the most part, I believe people are. As long as you do business or have done business with them before, you trust each other. So, let me go ahead and finish this video because my camera looks like it's about to overheat. So yeah, that's how I swap. I use mostly Facebook groups. There's plenty of them out there. A lot of people are scamming out there, so make sure you're being safe. Make sure if you don't feel something's right, don't do the swap. And when someone's offering you a swap, expect the same information back. If you want the batch code, if you care about that, get the batch code, the level, pictures of the fragrance. Sometimes you could have someone write their name and put it next to the fragrance just to make sure if you feel a little bit more comfortable that way. I don't think that really does anything because people just, not send the fragrance if that's their first time. And yeah, just work out a deal. So, if you guys have any questions, please feel free to drop it down in the comments. I'll definitely answer your questions. I'm sorry I'm rushing this video, so I kind of lost track of thought just because my camera's about to overheat, so I don't want this video to just cut off randomly. But yeah, now leave comments if you have questions. Please do like, subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next one. Have a good one.